Welcome everyone. Today is June the 16th, pardon me, 16th of 2026, and we are moving along the theme of exploring how our immune system in our body works to protect us. So taking that idea further, today we will be exploring the micronutrients and what are the key micronutrients that play a role in keeping your immune system in top shape so that you can protect your body. So nourish to protect is the title of our presentation today. What to look forward so that none of my new divas and dudes feel like they missed anything in this topic. True to being a professor, I will quickly review what happened in class 1 and last class. We will look at immunity foundations, understand why nutrition matters, what are the different types of immune system that works in your body. We will look at the importance of gut and the eating pattern. We really dove deep into this concept of gut health and nutrition and lifestyle in the last class. I'll give you a review of what happened in the last class, and then today, most of the time today, we will actually be looking at the micronutrients, which is the vitamins and minerals. It is not supplements that I'll be talking about, but actually food that has vitamins and minerals that play a key role in keeping our immune system healthy. And I hope you all walk away with some practice points for your daily life and some key takeaways, and there is a fun trivia at the end too, right? So to kind of mix up things today, I am actually starting with our recipe today. So let's look at your recipe sheet. You have two handouts today. One is the colorful handout, and we will go step by step, and the second one is the recipe. Today's recipe is quinoa, black bean, arugula and apple salad with cilantro lime dressing. The weather is kind of getting a little warmer. It rained a lot yesterday, but still, you know, it's still warm. So keeping it the salad theme for the whole of this week. This colorful salad today combines quinoa, black beans, arugula, crisp apple. You can buy any apple of your choice, green onions, and there is a very quick dressing that you can put together with olive oil, cilantro, lemon juice and garlic clove. You can even add ginger. You can sub out cilantro for parsley or for basil, your choice. If you don't like cilantro, if you feel like it's soapy in your mouth, you can actually sub it out for any other herb of your choice, you know, neutral herb of your choice, and you can still enjoy this salad. I'm going to go through the ingredients, and as I go through the ingredients, I am also going to try and make it at the same time. The recipe calls for 1 cup of quinoa, and to make your lives easier, I'm sure if you have been before for my class, or you know, anytime you have watched, I am a big proponent of easiness and convenience, and it's always possible to eat healthy, keeping it easy. So it's still that you can actually get cooked quinoa. Cooking quinoa is not hard at all, but if you want that fluffiness and if you struggle with getting that fluffiness, you can actually buy cooked quinoa. This one just has white, red quinoa, water, extra virgin olive oil and sea salt, no other additives in here. So it's a wonderful whole grain. It's a complete plant protein, gives around 5 grams of fiber in a cup of serving, which we will be placing here. It has folate, it has magnesium, magnesium, manganese, iron, quercetin, which is a micronutrient that we will discuss today as part of our micronutrients for immunity, flavonoids and whatnot. And then there is 1 cup of black beans drained and rinsed. If you don't like black beans, you can sub it out for pinto beans or garbanzo, even lentils, right? Whatever you are in mood for with regard to bean is totally okay. If you like tofu, you can sub it out with tofu. You can add along with black beans, you can add chicken for extra protein. You can add egg for extra protein. So whatever you are in mood for, this salad actually takes that and gives you a very hearty, meal to enjoy. 4 cups of arugula. Arugula is high in vitamin C, vitamin A, folate, vitamin K. It has that nice peppery taste. So if you are someone who doesn't like kale, which I completely understand, arugula is a substitute for that cruciferous vegetable if you would like to enjoy. So this is just I love to pick up organic for any fresh greens if it is possible, but there is no problem if you are not able to. So arugula in here. I think I missed mentioning to you about black beans. A serving of black beans actually gives you half of your fiber requirements for the day. So a cup of black beans has around 15 grams of fiber, right, and around, I think, 6 to 7 grams of protein too, right? So it's a powerhouse of nutrition. What else? Green onions. I did some prep work before I came here, and I actually thinly sliced a bunch of green onions, cilantro for actually the dressing. You will see it up and down. For the dressing, 1/4 cup of olive oil. Olive oil is very high in polyphenols. 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro, 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon. I actually squeezed 1 full lemon. You can even use lime if you want a little bit of, what is that, tartness, right? Or it has a little different taste, so you can use lime too in place of lemon. I added 1 small garlic clove, a little bit of honey. You can choose maple syrup too, 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. If you are someone who doesn't like garlic, you can even add ginger. Ginger, as you might have seen in HEB, it actually comes frozen. If you go to the frozen fruit aisle, you actually get frozen ginger there. So it's very easy. If you don't like, peeling it and then, chopping it, it's always possible to get ginger and even garlic frozen too in that frozen fruit aisle. So let's see. The instruction is first to make the dressing. Basically put everything under the dressing ingredients into a blender and give it a nice mix. So this is the dressing. In a large bowl, mix or combine quinoa. Did I mention about apples? I did not, right? So there is a cup of apples here. I chose Honeycrisp apples, but you choose the apple of your choice. You can choose, the Granny Smith apple, right? You can choose any apple of your choice, and each week can be a different apple. That way you can use the same recipe but kind of get different taste each week. Let's do it. So in a bowl, combine quinoa. So I have quinoa, I have black beans here, arugula, diced apple and green onions. So I have green onions, and I have also sprinkled some cilantro along with this. So all of this goes inside. And another reason why I chose to make the recipe first today is because the dressing takes a little time to meld, so that you all can enjoy the full taste rather than the dressing not getting melded. I'm going to add black beans. The whole thing. What is your favorite salad that you would like to put together? Anyone? What's a favorite salad that you like to put together? I know you are all very creative. I'm putting in apple. Nobody likes a salad? No.
A summer spring salad.
Wow. What all would you?
Favorites. It's like a mix of kale. Yeah, kale. Yeah. Kale. I put strawberries, walnuts, and I make my balsamic vinaigrette.
Ah, wow, cool.
Kind of like mimic the one at the restaurant, 54th Street.
Ah.
Yeah. My wife loves to order that one. I'm like, girl, I can make you this for cheaper at home.
Ah, so I'm going to add some. You were about to.
I brought this up last week. I've gotten where I eat that salad. It uses hearts of romaine, and it has the hearts of palm, and it has the artichokes, has avocado, and little cherry tomatoes, and it uses a creamy balsamic vinegar instead of just the.
Wow.
But I really
like it.
Really like it. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it, and of course I have a bad sweet tooth, so. But it's different, you know, than just the lettuce and tomatoes, you know, and right now the fresh little tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes have got such a good taste to them because they're fresh.
Yeah.
They're in season.
Yeah. Do you make it? Do you grow it in your garden? I know you have a garden
I
in
don't,
the
but
back.
my friend does, and he shares them with me.
Oh, neat.
But you can change the color around because you've got like, you know, different like orange cherry or red cherry or yellow cherry.
Yeah.
Or, you know, so it adds a little color to it, even though it doesn't change the nutrients.
Absolutely.
And that's a salad that's very similar to Paisanos. She was talking about 54th Street. 54th. This one I got from Paisanos.
Yeah. You know, creating a salad is like painting in a canvas in some way, right? It's your creativity that comes into. So yeah, so all the dressing, everything is inside here. Going to give it a quick stir. And if you are making this salad ahead of time, the only one tip is, you know, add the arugula at the last. Say you are combining black bean, quinoa, apple together and making it ahead of time and keeping it in a container. If you add arugula just before serving, it will stay inside the fridge, like the actual prepped one will stay inside the fridge like for 2 to 3 days. So even if you end up making a big batch, you can actually use it for multiple meals. Just add the arugula at the end because the greens kind of use up the acid and they will actually, you know, lose their color. So that's the only tip. I am also going to add pumpkin seeds in here for crunch at the end. Pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium, vitamin E. If you have quarter cup of magnesium every day, I am to the point of saying that you can be guaranteed that you will get a good night's sleep. All right, so pumpkin seeds, that magnesium, potassium in pumpkin seeds really help you with that. So I'm going to give this some time to. You doing okay, Miss Sandra? Yes. I'm going to allow this to do its job as we finish the content here. Any questions about the recipe before I go forward?
Here it says on the dressing there's cumin, but it doesn't say up here how much cumin.
Oh yeah, it did not say cumin. A pinch of cumin.
Pinch.
Yeah.
Okay, but it wasn't up here, but it was down here.
Oh so yeah. You can choose to put it or not. Some of us don't like that cumin taste, so you know you don't need to. But cumin helps with digestion, definitely with the flavor. Okay, thank you for that question. So I'll allow that to do its job. I think I mentioned here you can use lime juice too. So if you come down, you will see lime juice. So you can understand that it's someone who typed it, right, with all the mistakes or errors that is possible in there. For additional protein, you can always add eggs. Okay, so at the end of our class, so I just wanted to give a quick rundown of what happened in each of the classes so that my new divas here can get up to speed. In the first class, we discussed about how the immune system in our body is a multi-layered defense. Just like in your home, you have walls, you have doors, you have windows, you have weather strippings inside the doors and the windows. So similarly, our body also has a multi-layered defense system. There are two layers to that defense system. The first layer is the innate immune system, which is the generic quick response to any invaders, meaning bacteria, viruses, any allergens that get into your body. All of that will actually be this one. It's your first line of defense. Your skin, the mucus, the stomach acid, those are all the first line of defense, together with your white blood cells. In your lab, you will see neutrophils and monocytes. Those are your first responders. They are very rapid. They get called in seconds. It's your first responders who come to your rescue. The second layer is that learn and remember. It's called the adaptive immune system. It studies, or it investigates what is coming in and tries to build in memory, so that if similar invaders come again, the learned immune system, the adaptive immune system, can do its job. And as I mentioned here, it will develop over days or weeks, so they are not the first line responders. You will see them as T cells, B cells in your blood work, in your detailed CBC, which is your immune system labs. They attack specific pathogens. As I mentioned, T cells, you can look them as team captains, where they are trying to see what is going on there. It's like Wembanyama, who is trying to see which players can be put into the line for the best defense or for the best offense, right? So T cells and B cells are the team members who will find out, okay, this is this specific bacteria, or this is the type of attack that I need to do if this particular setup happens again, right? So the T cells and the B cells are part of that adaptive immune system. We discussed that in the first class. In the last class, we looked at why our GI health, our digestive health, is very, very, very important, because around 70 to 80% of your immune system lives there. And we looked at how probiotics and prebiotics play a big role in keeping your gut health in top shape. We also have been discussing all along on how you eat, how you move, the way you prioritize your sleep and you take care of your daily stressors, how those are very key to make sure that you have a healthy body, meaning a very protected body, always there taking care of any invaders, any allergens that is getting into your body, right? So a healthy home is a protected home. Similarly, a healthy body is a protected body. So that's where we were. So this were the takeaways from the last class. I think I mentioned about probiotics and prebiotics, fermented food, and then that diverse plant-rich eating pattern, and the importance of small consistent habits over a long period of time. It doesn't have to be black and white. You can be in that gray zone and still kind of build a healthy body. To take that into the micronutrients place, there are around 6 key micronutrients that play a critical role for keeping your immune system in place. And research shows that if you have an eating pattern that is rich in micronutrients, you likely will get 30% less infections. So that nutrient dense diet really helps to keep your immune system sharp, just like how you might keep any of your weapons, the kitchen knife sharp so that it's able to chop vegetables, right? If you keep your immune system sharp, it's able to actually take care of any infections in a much better way, right? So what are the vitamins that have been evidenced to help with your immune system? The handout this week, the first page of the handout highlights 3 nutrients, and the second page highlights 1 more and some herbs that have been shown to help with immune system. Let's look at the first page. Vitamin C. It's a powerful antioxidant. It is also a key component in your white blood cell production. It also helps with antibodies that T cells and B cells, the captain Victor Wembanyama and his teammates, right? They play a key role. The vitamin C plays a key role in making sure those T cells and B cells are strong. As I mentioned here, it protects your immune cells, it protects your T cells and your B cells, right? And it's very, very, very important to help even with the stress hormones in your body. So what are some fruits or vegetables that have been shown to be high in vitamin C? You don't need thousands of milligrams of vitamin C supplements. You can include vegetables like bell peppers, any of the citrus fruits you like, berries that you might like, broccoli. The cruciferous vegetables are also very high in vitamin C. RDA is the recommended dietary allowance, and it's usually from population research, and the NIH department, which is called the Office of Supplements, is the governing body that kind of gives you those numbers. The RDA for women is different from men. Women need around 75 milligrams of vitamin C and men need around 90 grams. And these are some top sources. One of our friends here mentioned about kale. We have arugula here today. If you like bell peppers, you can add to the recipe that we have here. So you really don't need extra supplements. Use food to get the vitamin C. The second vitamin that has been shown to help with your immunity is vitamin D. Vitamin D is usually found in fatty fish. So if you look at our recipe today, you can add any fish of your choice, salmon or you name it, you choose whatever you like. You can add to that fatty fish, egg yolks or a full egg, fortified dairy and sunlight, right? So as part of your physical activity, if you go around walking in 20 minutes, your body is able to convert vitamin D that is available just under your skin into active form of vitamin D. So that physical activity, that going around, you can choose to come for our hiking event that happens once in a month. We also have cycling, right, that also happens once in a month. We also have a walking group, right? Yes. Yeah, so come and that's your way to get vitamin S, vitamin sunlight, right? And what is the RDA that's usually mentioned? If you note here, the RDA for vitamin D is based on that age range, 600 IUs for age ranges between 19 to 70, and when you are a little older, you need a little bit more, right? So it's recommended that you get your vitamin D levels checked ask your primary care provider when you go for your physicals next to get that vitamin D levels checked, so that you can see, you know, if you need to add those food sources, or if your provider feels like it's important, they might actually, you know, recommend a supplement, a prescription, or the over the counter. But vitamin D is a very key nutrient, micronutrient, that is important for your immune system. Deficiency is usually linked to higher infections. There is relationship between low vitamin D and your blood glucose metabolism not being in place. So definitely something to be checked out there. Okay, let's move forward. The other vitamin that's really important is zinc. It's very important for that T cell, the captain, right? The captain, yes, the captain, Victor Wembanyama. It's very important for developing those T cells, and it's also important for wound healing. It plays a key role in hundreds of enzymes in our body, and if you are low in zinc, again, you will find that you are more susceptible to infections. It's because your innate and adaptive immune systems are tad a bit, you know, lower in that vitamin. Here is the RDA for women and men. Again, you don't need supplements. The pumpkin seeds in the recipe today is high in zinc. Any seafood of your choice is high in zinc. Turkey, chickpeas is high in zinc, and whole grains are also high in zinc. So you can see here an underlying thread that when you are incorporating a variety of food, it's possible to get these nutrients from the food, right? As I always say, why pay extra dollars to get supplements and not even know how it is, you know, functioning in your body, right? The other key, and I think I have mentioned here about zinc in your handout today. So come for the class, we will actually, you know, deep dive into the handouts. Selenium again helps regulate any autoimmune conditions that might be forming in your body. It supports thyroid function and overall metabolism. And how can you get enough selenium in a day? Have you seen Brazil nuts? The big nuts. When you go to HEB next time, they are, I should have brought it, they are so huge, and all you need is 1 or 2 nuts a day. That's all. You don't need a, you know, you don't need a half a cup or a quarter cup. All you need is 1 or 2 nuts per day. Tuna, mushrooms, eggs, these are all high in selenium. Okay. What else? Vitamin A and vitamin E, they are also very key. Vitamin E is a key component to make sure that your cell membranes are healthy. They do enhance immune function. The RDA is mentioned here. Vitamin A is important to make sure that your gut lining, remember, I think we discussed in last class, our gut lining is like a tube, and that the lining of that tube needs to be nice and supple. So vitamin A plays a key role in making sure those gut linings are nice and healthy, and it also supports the white blood cell function. That's the RDA. And sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, salmon, eggs are high sources of vitamin A. Vitamin E, almonds, sunflower seeds, if you like peanut butter or peanuts, include it along with avocado. Let's see. These are more nutrients that are necessary: iron, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folate. We have leafy greens here today, so you have a good serving of folate in there. Folate, foliage, right? That's the connection there. Vitamin B12 is very important for your red blood cell production and also for your DNA repair. So look at the food sources here. You have protein, you have vegetables here, right? Legumes, asparagus, avocado, leafy greens, and there should be whole grains somewhere here. So whole grains too are high sources of vitamin B12. So the idea is, you know, have your plate, half of your plate full of vegetables, quarter of protein and quarter of whole grains or starch of your choice, you will be good to go. Okay, so that's the idea there. I have a cool little wheel here. I'm going to pass it around, and at the end of our discussion here, I would ask each of you to pick a veggie of your choice and then let me know, what you like to do with that. Okay, so Miss Gail, after you see that, if you can pass it down. So, last class we discussed about probiotics and prebiotics, that's symbiotic both together, and once the probiotics and prebiotics are there, there is those postbiotics, the short chain fatty acids that have been evidenced to be really good for your colon, because the probiotics, the small microbiome in your body, will actually eat the fiber and produce those short chain fatty acids, which are really, really, really gut healthy. Okay, so what could be an example of an immune supporting eating pattern? Mediterranean eating pattern. Anybody here heard about Mediterranean eating pattern? Yes, right. So the base of the Mediterranean eating pattern is slowing down, doing physical activity. When you slow down to eat, what happens? You chew really well, right? You are sitting down and really enjoying the food. When you chew well, you're actually making sure that your digestive health is happening really well. And above that physical activity and slowing down is your fruits and vegetables in there, and above that is fish, and then meat, and then sweets, right? So remember that pyramid that if you Google for Mediterranean eating pattern has been evidence to help with immune function. Omega-3 fatty acids in your fatty fish and also some plant foods does help with the immune process. Polyphenols, which is basically the color in your food, helps with that anti-inflammation and antimicrobial effects. High fiber really helps your good gut microbiome and really helps in reducing the risk of heart disease, cancer recurrence. For us cancer thrivers, very important to make sure that there is no cancer cells that is expressing. So Mediterranean eating pattern has been one of those widely researched eating pattern that has been shown to help the immune function along with reducing the risk of many of the metabolic diseases that is prevalent, right? So a quick reference of our immune foods: vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E, zinc, selenium and iron. Let's see in here, we mentioned about zinc, and if you go down your handout, black tea and green tea. Anybody likes green tea here? Yes, right. So 1 or 2 cups of green tea if you are able to enjoy. Black tea, unsweetened, again has a lot of polyphenols that's help to support that good healthy gut microbiome. When you turn your page, ginger root is antimicrobial, it is antifungal, helps with antiviral properties in here. It's very easy to make ginger tea. If you buy ginger root, or even if you buy the frozen ones, you can actually put it into boiling water. It's not in here, these are herbs, right? It's very easy to make ginger tea. You can even add it to smoothies or to your dressings to incorporate it. Garlic is that prebiotic that we discussed last class, pardon me. It also contains allicin, and they all have antimicrobial properties, and it's also heart protective too, heart health protective. So does touch lot of areas with regard to garlic. Quercetin is high in apples, apple with the peel. Quercetin is a polyphenol. It does provide immune supporting effects, meaning it helps spruce up both your innate immune system and your adaptive immune system. Apples are high in quercetin. Berries of anything that you like are high in quercetin. Grapes, tomatoes, nuts and seeds are also high in quercetin. Okay, so this is over and above what is mentioned here. So what could be an example of an immune supportive eating pattern? Enjoy 2 cups of fruits, 3 cups of vegetables, 1 cup each or 2 cup for your lunch, 1 cup for your dinner. A lean protein or plant protein of your choice in every meal, including healthy fats, nuts, seeds, olive oil and avocado. At least 1 fermented food daily. Choose either yogurt or sauerkraut or kimchi or kombucha, whatever you enjoy as part of your eating pattern, and lot of water or herbal tea of your choice, around 8 to 10 cups of water. That's an area where I know I have ways to go, and having lot of water as part of your daily pattern is very key to make sure that your digestive health is in place. When your digestive health is in place, your immune system is in place. And this is an example of a simple immune supporting eating pattern. You can start your breakfast with Greek yogurt with berries, add flax and walnuts. Lunch could be a quinoa kale salad or a quinoa arugula salad with protein of your choice. Here it's chickpeas, today it's black beans, or it could be chicken, or it could be egg, or it could be fish in there. So you can replace the chickpea with any protein of your choice. You can add pumpkin seeds or walnuts there. Dinner could be salmon or any fish of your choice with roasted sweet potato and broccoli. Snack, Brazil nuts, 2 a day, carrot sticks and hummus, or cucumber with ziti, whatever you choose to. So you don't need, a gourmet meal. It's all simple meal pattern that you can do every day in a way that works for you, that will help build your immune system. Make sense? Cool. So let's test your knowledge. Fun trivia. There is no pass or fail here. Where does most of your immunity live? In your gut, right? So your gut houses around 70 to 80% of your immune cells. What are 2 vitamins that you could recall that helps in building your immune system? Vitamin C, A, yeah, A, vitamin C, A. Anything else that you remember helps with your immune system? Pardon me? Yeah, vitamin D, yeah, vitamin A, E, D, selenium, zinc, iron. There is a bunch of, those micronutrients, selenium, I think I mentioned. So, those are very, very key to make sure that you have a robust immune system running in there. How much selenium do you need? Where can you get it from? Those big nuts, what is the name of that nut? The Brazil nut. You just need 1 to 2 Brazil nuts a day. It's one of the richest natural sources of this particular vitamin or mineral that really helps with your immune system, right? If you go to HEB and if you go to the healthy living aisle, you can actually pick a small quantity of it. It is very buttery in taste. So one tip that I would like to mention here is, after you buy, keep it inside the fridge so that the rich fatty profile doesn't disintegrate. It has a nice buttery taste in here. So which eating pattern, I don't like the word diet there, which eating pattern is best for immunity? Mediterranean eating pattern is best for making sure that you have your immunity in place. How many did you get right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 100%, right? 100%, right. We all have A+ here today. So key takeaways: There is no single food that prevents illness. There is no superfood. You need a variety in your eating pattern. Include at least 20 to 30 plant foods. Start with, you know, if it feels very new to you, start with including at least one fruit in your meal, or include one vegetable in your meal, and slowly build it up. The 6 key nutrients A, D, E, C, zinc, selenium, along with the B vitamins and iron, are very critical for your immune cell function. Your gut health is very, very key. Your digestive health is very key to maintain your immune health, including probiotic, prebiotic foods, along with 8 to 10 cups of water every day is known to support your immune system. That Mediterranean way of eating, which is rich in whole foods along with healthy fats and lot of plants, and meaning vegetables and fruits, is shown to reduce that chronic inflammation and keep your immune health in place. Always prioritize food over supplements, because whole foods have that synergistic combination of vitamins, minerals, macronutrients made in such a way that your body is able to absorb. That's all for today. Thank you for being here, and I would like to invite anyone who is watching this video to come for the class and enjoy the experience that we provide here. Thank you very much.